Hello, everyone, and welcome to ZSR Main. Today we've got another match of the Zelda 2 Randomizer Standard Tournament 2024 here. This is Swiss Round 2. We've got ourselves TheAlanHeffley versus Tyvarius. I'm starting with me on comms this Morai. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Star. Lunchtime. Alan Heffley, I don't know if he stayed up late today for this one. He might have stayed up late. Ty, I think, is on his lunch break currently, so he's going to try to hurry this one along. Yeah, other than that, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
It's bad here. Looking forward to a good match. Got a pair of seasoned runners. TH, of course, the head of the community. Ty's been around a good couple seasons himself at this point. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, this is also the pair up, pair down match. So Alan Heffley taking a loss in the previous round, and Tyvarius getting a win. And this is just the way it ends up with an odd number of races every week. So this is, I don't know, Alan might be 0 and 2 after this. Ty might be 2 and 0. We'll see. They might both be 1 and 1.
I'm going to set off a quick prediction, and then I'll set our runners off and see how this goes.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
first
first.
I was
Go
about
ahead.
to say, yeah, first of 5 races tonight, although one of them I believe is going to be trying for a quad. So yeah, first of 4 to 5 races tonight. For this is just to kick off our what is it? Wednesday? It's Wednesday, right? Yes, it's Wednesday.
It is
Perfect.
Wednesday, yes.
Middle of the week Z2R.
Yep, busy, busy day. I've got the day off, so I got plenty of time for quite a lot of Z2R action. But yeah, should be fun here. We do indeed have very busy schedule. We'll see if we get how many get on ZSR. We'll certainly be trying to get the double feature on, and then see if it turns into a double or triple header. If people are interested in helping out, please join the Discord. You can check out more information there if you haven't already. For information on the Reddit tournaments and how to sign up for restreams.
These runners should be off any moment now. It's just a few seconds.
And there we go.
All right, we're both headed out to the right.
Hey, two palaces right next to start. One is GP, the other is P5.
Okay. Looking kind of vanilla-like here.
Yeah, that also would make sense. We've got a town here, and that looks like Stonehenge to the south, as well as what's what Boots blocked cave. Funny as I say that, because there's Boots.
Yeah, that is actually going to be a caldera now. So we've got ourselves a north-south or a vertical caldera.
Oh yeah, that Boots blocked cave is the northern entrance to a caldera. You are right. Now that you
What?
say that, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, Boots, obviously easy access to get in there. We'll see if we're jumping in there right away or where we're going.
I'd
Alan?
probably check out the northern side first, as
Yeah.
TH seems to be having a bit of a think for something, and I just found a magic jar in Pillar P-Back Cave on the other side.
He's trying to figure out if these boots match the dress. And currently, I don't know. That was a bright orange and kind of a dark brown for the dress. So perhaps a little upset about that. That's a fashion joke, people. It's early.
And Spell's in Nido here, just to the east of Start.
Yeah, we also got a magic container. I don't know if you just said that magic container in Pillar P-Back
Yep.
Cave there. Trophy cave access as well here.
Yep. And that's a hammer in there. Alright, some very nice early items to get.
Alan just getting a little sun on the grass tile here.
I did just ask in the race room just to make sure everything's okay, because sometimes something something froze for us. Computer froze for a sec, apparently, as we find the backside of Fairy Cave here.
Yeah, 50 bag in the drop pool there. Didn't go in on the orange diary. Not going to see how much they're worth. And we're about to see the hint. We just saw this on Alan's side. It's nothing.
Yep, just told us to get good.
Boots for Ty as well. No one has shown us the west side of the northern half here, so I'm sure Ty will venture over there here in a moment.
Yeah, got a north-facing cave that TH is heading for, which should itself be an item cave or a connector. As Saria is extremely hard boots locked in a kind of funny spot there.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say Alan probably is going to have to up and A out of that red Dyra encounter, so he did that, and he's going to be back to looking around for things.
Yep. What was the spell in? Sorry, I missed it.
It's Fairy.
Thank you. Very nice to find early, as TH is gonna go find his magic jar now.
Yeah, north of Saria, there's going to be another cave as well. So I'm going
I
to say
thought I
that it's
saw
probably an item
something
cave.
south of Saria as well, but it was a little harder to tell. Saria's kind of tucked in a really goofy spot. Caldera's could get a little weird with the placement of lakes, and this one certainly did that. 77 Fairy is just barely castable at Magic 1 with 5 jars.
Yeah, Alan is losing a lot of health here to that the Beanstalk, the Geldarm there in the dark. Lost a lot of health both times, but he's able to get through this time finally. I think he thought it was a bouncy cat or something.
And that is his 5th magic jar there.
Do we see the cost of Fairy?
77, I just said that.
Yeah, It's early.
It is, by Z2R terms at least.
50 for orange Dyras. Don't know if that's worth it.
Me neither, as our runners take simultaneous. Ooh, that's a game over for TH. Thankfully not a huge deal, but that is back to start for him.
Medicine Cave, what do we have?
Magic 2 for starters. And another
Wow.
magic jar. Okay.
Yeah, still look like 77 or whatever it was. Didn't seem to come down at Magic 2, but now, well, we could easily cast it without any problems.
Yep. And TH is about to find his hammer here.
Yeah, I don't think Ty's going into 5. We can cast Fairy to get through Fairy Cave, sorry, we have Downstab to pick up as well.
Yeah, we can go through a fairy cave. We can also just go through the northern. What is either Parappa or Jump Cave? Either is accessible, no matter which way it's going into the caldera directly. And TH is gonna head south. He not checking out the western side of the north just yet, or he's just gonna check this cave. But he's probably gonna go head west and find Saria here in a minute. There's him sighting Saria, this being a pretty boots-locked west today.
Yeah, is there a town down here?
I thought I saw
There
something.
is.
Yeah, there is a town down there, and neither runner has gone for it. I'm not sure they realized it because it's just barely visible at the edge of your screen if you're standing on the South Saria tile.
That is funny.
But there is definitely a town down there. I couldn't tell if it was a town or palace, but I knew I saw something that wasn't a grass tile down there.
Yeah.
It's like just barely visible at the edge of the screen, and we've seen it twice, so we noticed. Okay, it was just visible at the corner of Ty's screen just then, but you really have to be looking in that direction for it to register, and it looks like Ty has registered. Oh yeah, that's a thing. Well, we're tucked away in the corner, just shield.
A nice find early on. So 6.5 minutes, probably going to be about 7 minutes to get off the north half of this western caldera here. I could have been routed a little bit more cleanly, I think, but we'll be out of here shortly for Ty. Alan just walking into Medicine Cave.
And Alan won't be far behind either. Not a lot left to do up here.
Yeah, I think we're going to probably check the caldera. There's no guarantee that it goes through, especially with that fairy cave. That might just take us to the other side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because calderas and volcanoes aren't guaranteed pass-throughs. This is going to be Magic Jar 6 for TH as well.
Oh, we got a red Dyra in here.
Say that's going to be a death for Ty, which it is.
Yeah, hence the shield early on being a good find here. Looks like attack 2. Little weak.
It's not doing a whole lot, yeah, and Ty taking life 3. 77 fairy confirmed at Magic 2.
Another red Dyra blocking the way. Dyra's rolling low today in experience.
TH taking a game over just before the edge of the screen and is back to start. We'll see if he goes back, if he even saw Rauru just south of Saria, which it looks like he did. Good. And then he's gonna probably join Ty and heading south.
Wow, this attack too is phenomenal.
Phenomenally bad.
Man, I guess, lucky that we do have downstab this early on. Otherwise, you're really forced to just be on the, the same equal footing of the enemy every time. But
oh, that's a very lucky one-up drop
yeah.
for Ty there.
Yeah, this will help.
And is just going to see if he can ferry through here, which I think is a smart choice. So that was the backside of Jump Cave as well. So Parappa is looking like it's going to be somewhere further south. P3 or 6 in the Caldera is a good opportunity to up A. And we're just going to take a look in here because we're here. That does mean we are only missing Rudo and way off the west is land. Way off the west, and I think says 2 item caves on the west. We've seen all palaces now, because 2 of them right next to start, and here's the 3rd.
Ty trying to kill something cannot kill anything on this platform.
Yeah.
El is about to see the same cave here, so this should be a lot of fun for him as well. Oh my god.
Okay, free Barba.
Free? This is gonna be an 8-minute fight at this attack level, it seems like. Don't die near the end of it, Ty.
I mean, at least this is, well, a slow and steady should do it, but yeah, this is gonna be a while.
Yeah, the worst thing that could happen here is if Barba is only worth 300 and doesn't drop like a P-bag or something afterwards, because then you're forced to take this 350 level, whatever it is. It may be attack, that would be fine, but you're kind of hoping for a big payout from Barba early on and just to get 2 or 3 levels here.
Yep. And TH does take a game over in that fairy cave. It's just not fun on these levels. Especially because TH has had a bit more trouble than Ty with combat, so he hasn't been able to get as many levels as Ty has. TH is still at 112.
Yeah, one thing I was wondering, there's actually a little water on the north of Medicine Cave, and it actually opens up northwest corner that no one has seen yet, and I almost wonder if there's like a little bit of land with a raft tile sitting on it, or a bridge or something like that.
That would be silly, yeah.
It would be silly, but yeah, I do wonder if there's anything up there, because neither runner kind of walked further north above Medicine Cave.
Yeah, and I was wondering, because it's really hard to tell, but Magic 2 is almost exactly enough to cast both Shield and Fairy on the same life. It is 18 Shield and 77 Fairy on Magic 2, which adds up to 95 total points.
Wow, yeah.
TH is just going to try and Fairy through that screen to avoid the mess, and then he still has a life left, so if he needs to, he can Fairy one more time, but this is just not a fun fairy cave. Yet.
Ty is going to get a
3 for Ty.
Quadruple level here. He's taken life 4, magic 3, attack 3, and then whatever 840 is here. Yep. Could be life 5. I was also going to point out, I don't think Alan got downstab, because he's just fighting everything normally here, which is probably why he's getting a little beat up in this cave.
Yeah, I don't think he has downstab. And okay, Sprappa Cave does take us to the other side of the caldera. And that is another game over for TH. I did miss this earlier, but apparently, according to Ty's personal tracker, we do have a medicine on the on Death Mountain.
Yeah, he did go in for that hint, and I did miss it, but I'm glad his tracker. He's using the Angry Larry tracker along with Alan, and it does have. Well, I guess the other one you'd be able to mark the. You'd be able to mark where spell items are as well.
Yep. Okay, got another item cave, our second to last for Ty, and just south of here there is a boulder blocked cave, which is either going to be the last item cave or a way off the west, and in either case we can check it because we have a hammer. Heart container there is not a bad thing to find given how many deaths they've taken today.
Yeah, right?
And that's our way to a... What is that? That is a River Canyon DM?
I'm going to say islands.
Or islands. Yeah, that's islands DM. Okay.
I think Alan... Oh, not on his last life. Nope, still has 2 more.
Alright, Ty's gonna just take a quick wander around, see if he can't track down a hammer cave in a spark rock. With boots, islands DMs do tend to be fairly easy to walk around, although they also tend to be pretty spread out, so it can be a little tricky to find things.
Yeah, that cave right up there looks a little suspicious.
The one he just went past in the middle of the west side? Yeah, that one does. I don't see an immediate pair up as... Yeah. That is a very silly looking bridge to an island's east.
Okay.
That is unusually far west for a bridge. Heading east. Life in Darunia. Not even sure where that is, other than I think it's near the bridge.
Ty not getting into the door there with his fairy cask, and to redo that. Alan getting a little beat up by this red Dyra and Parappa.
Yeah, the red Dyras are just hitting like a truck today.
Well, I hope he turns around and up and A's at that palace in the Caldera. Seems like we're not going to do that. Which, even if he gets through this Dyra, he's going to have nothing on the south side to reset at.
No, because we've seen all 3 palaces and Alan knows that.
Alright, where's our child today? Oh! Good hint. Maze glove.
Oh, that is a good hint, yeah.
Yeah, child is in the east as well, so that really means anything.
Yep. Where are we on this island's east?
That looks like the top of the map right there, so wherever Ty... He might be... I'm going to say we're probably at the northeast corner.
Probably, given that our bridge does face east, and bridges tend to be on the edge of the map. Although the bridge on DM is a rather surprising exception to that.
Yeah, the DM has a weird... I don't know why that is, but bridges can appear anywhere in DM for whatever reason. They don't have to appear directly on the edge of the map.
Yeah, okay, P4, they're kind of in the middle of the eastern side of the map. And right next to that is Reflecting the Brew. Nice. Now that's actually rather convenient, right next to P4.
Alan has found... Oh no, Alan has not found... Never mind. Alan has... he's making his way through Heart Container Cave here. Still has not opted to grab Downstab from Mido.
No, and he's also, I think, about to game over again. Yep. And that is Reflect for Ty. Unfortunately, I would absolutely be grabbing Downstab at this point for TH, because he is taking a lot of game overs this season. He's losing quite a lot of time to it, too.
Yeah.
Like, TH, you're just walking right past Vito again.
Yeah, we don't even know if this cave actually spits us out on the other side correctly. Neither runner really saw the northeast corner of the southern half of the western caldera here.
No, because it's entirely possible it just dumps you in the middle of a mountain with no way out.
Yeah.
Because the game can and will do that. We have seen that before.
I totally missed what palace we've jumped into here. I'm gonna
This is P4, right
P4,
next door.
okay.
Right next door to Nibiru with Reflect, which is pretty funny.
Interesting. Yeah, I wonder how much all this is. How much Fairy came down at Magic 4? Because
I
Fairy,
haven't checked.
yeah, Fairy plus Reflect is sometimes very penalizing early on.
47. So 3 bars of Matt.
Well, it
3
does
bars
spit
of
us
magic.
out to Rudo on Alan's side.
Totally missed what spell this was.
So did I. He was just in a town, and I missed just the entrance.
Chat, did any of you catch what spell is here in Rudo? At least to find the cross, okay. And I got a go block for Ty on the other side. Apparently, okay, Death Mountain holds a trophy, and according to his personal tracker, TH has marked fire, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, fire as being in Saria.
No, wait. No,
Or not
Fairy's
Saria,
in Saria.
Fire. Fire Saria is in Rudo, brain.
Oh yeah. Item room
but-
4.
By hints, we know that now our 2 items in DM are the medicine and the trophy, I believe. And that's just a P-Bag and P4. Womp womp.
Is he gonna let it ride to attack or magic? He's thinking.
I did not catch how TH got to whichever cave he's in right now.
This is Heart Container Cave, so I guess this was the last cave we needed on the west that we didn't know about. Must be right by Rudo.
Must be, yeah. And that's
Ooh.
Neniki, which is a good find.
That is actually a really great find. Kind of wish you had found that, I don't know, 15 minutes ago.
Well, TH at least hasn't done much in the way of palace diving, but yeah, oh hey, Karak. 1 trip P4 for Ty. Okay, and this does open up here in the south side, so TH is gonna be able to get off this, west.
Yeah, so Tyvarius staying true to his name, Tyvari East, rushing the east, missing the magic key here. So far not punishing, but I don't know. Probably might not be as well. He's got 2 casts of Fairy. The only real concern was Fairy and Reflect here, but it looks like he's going to be able to just handle this. He can't take a death. He's on his last life. I guess he might just have to come back here. He's got such a lead over Alan at the moment that it's probably not that big of a deal if he has to just... P4 didn't seem that long, right? I think it was just like left at start, item room, up and then right, and there was Karak, so...
Yeah, I don't think it was too bad. TH does survive this cave long enough to get his heart container, which is his final item off the west.
Yeah, he is completely done here. And it was really, I don't know. Ty only had 1 cave left. I probably would have just come back and found the cave, again, having the magic key. But you never know. Like, could have been glove. And I think he lucked out with that glove hint in the maze out of Darunia.
Yeah. Alright, and TH has found DM. Shouldn't have too much issues. He is on low health, but it's also an island's DM, because... Although he's I was gonna say, where are you walking back out, TH?
Am I mistaking where we went in this P4? I thought this was a glove block? No, okay, there was a drop, right? A drop and then a left. Drop and right is the glove block. Drop and left is the answer to item and Karak.
Okay. You're just poking around a bit looking for Hammer Cave and Speck Rock, which I believe Hammer Cave is either Hammer Cave or Connector Cave is on the western side. Ty didn't check. No idea where Speck Rock is. This cave right here should be something that's not. Yep, that's Hammer Cave.
Yeah, that was exactly. That's the one we saw on Ty's side, so it is Hammer Cave.
TH does realize that he currently is unlikely to get to run his last life, which I think is a smart play for the moment. Just hoping to find a connector to Maze Island or the east so he can update there and come back for Hammer Cave if needed. He also just knows that it's a 50-50 chance of being a trophy. I don't think he got the medicine hint, so...
Yeah, that medicine
it's not
hint.
urgent for TH to go pick up that Hammer Cave at any rate, because medicine locks the spell, trophy locks fire.
Yeah, Mito also locks down stab, so if he had a reason to go back to Mito right now, he might go get himself the down stab technique.
Yeah. Just walking back and forth a bit, probably having a little bit of a think there next to the bridge, and then decides he's gonna go at least find Speck Rock, which is clear out the other end of the map.
Yeah, we don't know how to get to the maze yet.
That cave. No, we haven't seen the other side of the maze. There's a trophy for TH, which means medicines in Hammer Cave. Haven't seen a maze. I'd suspect that the connector might be somewhere on the east, or it might be a connector cave buried somewhere in this DM.
Yeah, that's a possibility as well.
Because we haven't seen a raft tile either, as we get another heart container for Ty.
So the only thing I don't like about Alan's pathing here is because the bridge is on the east edge. He didn't really see the bottom half of DM there, and there could be a raft on that bottom row that he's just outside of his view, which would be good information for him right now, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, second Peatback Cave is on the new Kasuto tile, which is always a funny sight. Yeah, Tia just trying to see if there's a continental connector anywhere here, which could be, as you said, on the southern side, as he instead ends up back on the west. And he's gonna go check the southern side of the west, it looks like, as we get a 1-up for Ty.
Yeah, that's also a good play. I didn't even think about that right now, because everyone just kind of jetted off the west.
We haven't really seen the southeast corner here of the west. So it's possible there's something hiding down here.
Yeah, I would absolutely love it if that northwest corner of the whole continent here had just a little bit of land with a raft tile on it. That would make me so happy.
Old Kasuto has a vanilla thunder spell here, and I got a little lost in Ty's padding, but I assume it's somewhere in the middle of the map.
Yeah, I mean, islands with the boots, I mean, I don't know. I let the runners do their things, kind of. Sometimes it's really hard to just track where they're at.
Yeah, TH is running low on health again, which is concerning me a bit. And, okay, yeah, nope, there is nothing else down here. Just very out of here, TH.
I was just saying, I almost wonder if he thinks Mito is down here and doesn't remember it being up top.
Maybe, because I'm sure surprised he hasn't gone back for Fairy at this point. That's a very well-timed 1-up.
Yes.
He needs that badly. As he proceeds to lose a life, that would have been a game over without that 1-up a second ago. TH, just get out of here. I don't think it's worth the experience right now. You're really, really low on health. And
oh, attack 2 right now, 26 minutes into the game. Holy jeez. And we know attack 2 is probably not any better than attack 1 was, so.
No, but again, TH just has been taking a lot of game overs today. He's not had a good day with combat, so he just hasn't been able to survive long enough to get levels. I think this is P1 for Ty.
Yeah, this is P1. And that was a loop back to start, so he's going to pick a different direction here. Oh, okay, Mago Drippers, let's go. Ty not going to mess around with it. Did he already kill one? Are they not worth a chunk of money here?
I have no idea.
Man, that would be unfortunate.
TH, I would just go to the east and see if you can't find the palace to up A at this point. Because, you're about to game over again. And this encounter, it might just do it.
Yeah, also, I mean, it sounds like we're picking on TH a lot here, but I mean, there are, I mean, you know, kind of a lack of shield casting and things like that, just taking full damage from enemy hits, especially when you're so low on lives. You're trying to extend how long you're staying alive here.
Yeah, and in fact, there's that game over.
I was gonna say that, Royale. I was gonna say that. Yeah, introduced him as being on his lunch break here, and I figured as much. Trying to rush this one. We don't have time.
Yeah. The TH, please go check the over your town staff. It might help
Yes.
you a fair bit. Like, I'm sorry that I'm picking on him a bit, but it's kind of painful at this point that TH is taking so many deaths as he walks right past Nito again. Because that's the big reason why TH is A, behind on levels, and B, behind on progression, is because he's just game overing constantly. And just hasn't been able to survive long enough to get levels, or to get anywhere, honestly, unfortunately. Morset, I think, started with a little bit of extra health today. That isn't all that tanky.
Yeah, 1550 at the gem here. Probably life 6. Possibly attack 5, but that would be a pretty cheap attack 5.
Yeah. And that is that is life 6. In fact, magic 6 is cheaper than life 5, than attack 5.
Okay.
And Desert Tile is our cross, which means our child is in Nukasudo, one of the 2 checks. It was hinted when we've seen all 4 overworld items on the east, so it must be in Nukasudo, wherever that's at, I have no idea.
Yeah, I've not seen that yet.
I've also got absolutely no idea where Tai is at this point, because it's Nyland's east and we've got boots, so it's super open-ended.
Invulnerable
He's just gonna go get fire, hoping for it to be useful, which it might be.
Yeah, we'll see. I haven't, I don't know if we noticed anything in reverse on Ty's side.
Me neither, as I think that was the Valley of Death entrance to his north there. 66 fire magic 2 is fairy. Okay, that is nice.
And there is our new Kasuda with jump.
Granny's basement opens up at 6 jars for a child. Ty's just gonna leave it behind. We do know that that is just the life spell, and Ty decides he doesn't have time for that.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree that Fire Fairy is really nice. If TH can pick up a couple levels to drop the fire cost, that could be helpful. Unfortunately, well,
Yeah,
TH is only at Magic 2.
Yeah, 223 at 31 minutes in it's quite low, but the experience hasn't been amazing, and Alan just continues, as Star noted a moment ago, just continues to kind of game over here on the west, not really making any progress anywhere.
No, I am. Oh, right. I was like, why didn't Ty check Spell Tower? He doesn't have the spell.
Yeah.
I think at this point, something I'd be seriously considering is just go walk around until you can find a connector cave, because we still haven't found Maze Island, and Ty knows that's his glove, as there's a raft we can't take. If that's... We haven't seen the other connector cave. As TH is gonna go get his medicine, and interesting play. I'm not entirely sure it's worth it for the spell, but it is at least quick to get to, as there's a magic jar.
I think the only thing that makes the spell worth it is if the raft is in the spell tower, but Alan still has a ton of catching up to do right now, so... Because with Death Mountain so open and free with the boots, that if Ty deems that the spell tower is where a raft lies, then it's not going to take him too long to walk around and figure that out in DM and get the medicine and then turn it back in.
Yeah.
I hope that this medicine pickup on Alan's side, assuming he gets to it, will push him into Mito to get the downstab technique.
Which I really hope, yeah, which I hope will also assist him with the combat he's had such a bad time with today. Oh yeah, Chad noted that Fairy is remarkably cheap today. It's only 26, which is very nice.
Yeah, it came down a lot. I don't know whether it was Magic 4 or Magic 5 that it came down, but yeah, really, really cheap now.
Unusually cheap for Fairy too. It doesn't usually get that cheap that fast. This here's the medicine for TH, who is not immediately updating. And
Pink.
here's a Bubblegum Pink P2.
Yeah. So what does that leave? That leaves three on the maze, yeah.
Mouse Horse Head here. I think this is, since TH is not updating to turn in his medicine, I think he's gonna finally go take that bridge to the east.
Well, that is a little unfortunate because once again the downstab technique will not be acquired, and it's super, super helpful to have that this early on. I say this early on. We have 34 minutes though.
It's super helpful to have in general, even if you don't get it. Or okay, that apparently was going to be another up that game over. TH does, or maybe just decides to update anyway. But TH Mito is straight east of Star. Basically, it is right there. And I have to wonder if he just forgot Mito's here, as you suggested earlier. Head didn't have a lot of health today.
I don't know if we're gonna stick around in 2 for a item. We need a raft. Well,
I might, yeah. I was gonna say with the raft.
At least I think we need a raft. That cave is out there still somewhere.
It's either a raft. It could be the cave. I haven't paid the most attention to Ty's eastern exploration. But that cave does have to be somewhere, either on DM or on the east, or both, if it links the two. And we know now that the raft is in the southwest corner of the east.
Alright, downstab pickup for Alan, 35 minutes in here. He's gonna be happy to have that.
Something I realized just now is TH only just read the sign for the spell as he walked into this town. I don't think he marked on his tracker previously, so
that's quite possible, yeah.
Did he actually walk in here earlier, or did he just forget about that?
That's a good question. You know what? I'm not sure he walked in here, to be honest, because the cave just north of here, I think, was Pillar P-Bag, and he game overed in there, and I don't... Well, yeah, I don't know if he ever came back in.
Forgotten to come back, I guess. Yeah, now that I think about it. Yeah, top file pretty much. Ty has 4 jumps, Alan has downstab.
And into P5 we go at attack 2. Oh, good luck, Alan.
This is gonna be interesting for Alan.
Again, okay, we got an early Kuma.
Okay.
I was gonna say if the raft is in here, if the raft is if we have a dead end cave connector, right? We may have a dead end cave connector that goes nowhere, and so then we would need the raft to get to the maze in that case. But we don't really have that information, but it may end up that way, and if it does, then that raft is gonna be very valuable, and we don't know where it's at right now. So.
Yep. Yeah, because I believe we've seen all 4 overworld items on the east, although I'm getting a little confused with my own notes right now. Yeah, we've seen all 4 overworld items on the east. We, apparently, according to Ty's personal tracker, got a heart container out of P1, and I can't write my own notes apparently. Yeah, we are missing items out of 2, 4, 5, and 6. And we don't have a spell tower, although, yeah, we don't have a spell tower. That one's unhinted, right?
Yeah, we're doing all right on Guma. Guma was already a little injured when we got in here, so that's very nice with this attack
Placing
too.
the safe strats did get bopped once there, but I think can take at least one more hit. Basically, if you keep Guma on the edge of the screen like this, you despawn the mace. He can't hit you with something that isn't loaded.
Tyvarius taking the bottom route in Nightcrawler's room, perhaps a world first here.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Someone's gonna have to send Nightcrawler a clip of that. He might have actually even paid Ty to do it. I'm not sure. We'll have to figure out the details later. Yeah, we're still looking for this item here in P2. And it's somewhere. It's definitely somewhere in here. It would really be unfortunate if it... Oh, never mind. I was going to say if it were glove blocked, but it is not. It is completely free and open right here.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. There's our raft that looks like it's going to be required to some extent today.
Very likely, yes. As TH does take down Kuma successfully, very nicely done. And that is his first gem finally, just under 40 minutes. Ty's gonna walk it back out of the Valley of Death and go check that raft tile. Which I assume at this point is just gonna put him in a straight line path to finishing the seed.
Yeah, even if there's a glove block in 3, the glove is on the maze. We know that Guma is extremely free, and it's right next to right next to start and right next to GP as well. So P5 is really the main thing you just want to leave to the end, unless you had a reason to come back here to check for a raft. But none of that is in play any longer.
No, it is not. TH perhaps coming in here despite the low levels because he feels behind. TH has to know that taking that many game overs in the first half hour could not have helped him. So perhaps taking a little bit of a riskier play, which, well, he did take the boss down to his credit, but it is sadly not the answer to look in here for a raft or anything else.
Yeah, I don't know what maybe a magic container, heart container. I mean, whatever he wants in terms of a container, maybe it would be best, but could also be junk at this time. There's the item right here. Okay, very quick 5, which is great.
It is, and our item, yeah, let's see what our item is.
Okay,
candle. That's a bit late for that. Like, TH has already done just about almost everything he could want a candle for, except for, like, the 2 P-bag caves on the east.
Yeah.
But at least it's quick, so he is out of there. He's gonna go back through the caldera, and he's gonna go clear P6 on his way to, on his way south, as we get a flute on Ty's side, which is completely useless today.
Yeah, looking like we're gonna do a full clear of the maze here.
Seems like it. The glove is hiding, as was that flute. Yeah, no, I agree the candle's not bad, given that Alan keeps dying in caves. That is true. That's one of the better things he could have gotten out of 5. Like, the best thing for him there was that it was quick.
Wow, where is this drop?
If it's not down here, it's gonna be, I think, heading north of here. Yeah, I think it's gonna be somewhere down this way, possibly. Or, yep, there we go. I think, or was that the flute? Yeah, this is the glove. And that is go mode for Ty.
Yep, gonna do 3 on the maze, up and A out of there, 5 next to start. be done with that, and then go into GP, also right next to start. Ty slated for another sub-hour seed here. He was the only sub-hour time last week, and I believe the only... there's no sub-hours currently, so if this all works well for Ty and he doesn't get too trolled in this 3, which is kind of a hard thing to do, and 5 is completely free, and then GP would have to be terrible. So honestly, this is very, very, very good chances of him getting a sub-hour here.
Yeah, because he's got 17 minutes for it.
Yeah.
And T3 is second smallest palace on average, although... Okay, he survives this room. I was going to say if he dies in that room, that would not help.
Yeah, unfortunately, Alan is going to go right here, which we know is... Like, Barba has literally just left one room, down an elevator, and that's it. And then the rest of P6 just lies in this direction, so...
Yeah. Dead end for Ty, so he's upping.
Yeah, I just wanted to check the times here this week. Fastest time so far out of the few races we had is 64 minutes. So Ty slated to destroy that, but we'll see. We'll see, man. This this could be. I mean, he's going to be in. Yeah, he's going to be in the GP sub 50 because he's going to be done with Rebanak here, and we know Guma's on the first elevator. And he's going to have 1970 is not attack 5. Attack 5 is 2,000 and some change. So we'll see if he actually lets it ride to just kill one more thing here. I don't know. It's totally up to him. We'll see what he does here in a moment. But I don't know.
Yeah, he
this
has
is
to
fast.
place the gem, go back down the elevator, and see if he can find something. I don't think it's a much more expensive. It's like 2050 or something like that.
Yeah.
But I also don't know if it's worth it. Like, Ty has know that this has been a very fast seed, 2030 even. I might have gone for the extra 60 experience, but I think he just wants to go, knowing how fast this seed has been for him. He doesn't know that TH has had a very bad day with game overs and is unfortunately quite behind.
Yeah, sometimes it's also you see the clock. It's 45 minutes as you walk into your last palace. And you're just actually trying to, you're just trying to get a really fast time. So it's not even worth, I mean, it's attack is very desirable, but when it comes to he's 45 minutes and he's cruising. I mean, look at his camera. He's loving it. He's loving it.
Okay, game. I'm on that last boss at the 45-minute mark. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. This is kind of what it's like, because again, we're kind of throwing out some fun stats here for each week in the races and whatnot. And again, he got the fastest time last week, and he's really slated to get possibly the fastest time this week. There's still plenty of races to go, but this is going to be a hard time to beat. Unless this GP just absolutely sucks, this is going to be another sub-hour for Ty. With even if GP is a jet, this is a sub 50.
If this is a CD GP, yeah, because he's gonna be into GP at about 46.5 minutes here, as it is right there.
This is wild.
46:15 GP, which is insane.
He's shaking his head. He's like, I can't believe this is happening.
All right, rather lime green GP today.
Yeah, a little bit of a gamble on the west there. That last cave that he didn't pick up, he didn't dig out. He also didn't check Rudo for anything. He just kind of went east, and yeah, it definitely worked out. Definitely worked out for him today.
Yep.
Skipped everything in DM, just kept cruising.
Yes,
Easy.
he did.
And the easy hint that the glove was on the maze. Just had to find the raft, and of course lucked into it there in P2.
Alright, had two lefts to choose from basically here in GP at the first junction. This
Ooh.
left is a dead end, I think, and a drop room.
No, that's the double glove locked room with the key door in the middle.
Oh, that is the one actually that Ty can't do because he doesn't have the any key. Right, thank you. Oops.
Yeah. Hence his reaction. The eyes got larger when he saw that room, but he's gonna, I guess, take the other direction here.
He still has. He has one other option. Yeah. He said this would be some endless GP trolls. That could be the
Yeah.
one troll.
Yeah, if this were closer and this were the thing that kind of held him back, you know, obviously Alan having the key would be really nice here, but Alan's
I'd have
got a
to
lot of
imagine
catch
that
up.
even if it's needed, Ty is going to at some point go check that final item cave on the west, and
Yeah,
he will find his any key in it.
Either that or just go into 5 and try to find a key somewhere in a room, small item somewhere.
Possible, as TH has now found Barba, so that's good for him. Okay, got the elevator room over. Not elevator, just one of these fun rooms here. Well, I was actually thinking, I was like, did we see any glove locks in any of the other palaces? But GP is extremely glove locked.
Yeah. We did see a glove lock in 4 that pushed us backwards. After the drop, if you went
were there
right...
any required glove locks?
No,
guess,
yeah.
Which I don't think there was. But GP extremely glove locked.
Yeah, sub 50 Dream is fading here. This would have to be Thunderbird very, very soon with almost an attached Darkling to him, so...
Essentially, yeah, because we've got this up right, we also have the left here, and we've got the left into the key block room.
Yeah, sub...
Okay, we've got an up left and a right.
I think what might be a relief is to see the double glove lock room with the key door in the middle from the left-hand side if you don't find Thunderbird before that point. So you at least know that it's just a loop.
We've got more options here, by the way.
Yeah.
No loops yet over here, and I'm more than a little bit lost.
Wow.
Ouch!
2 of these rooms here, one with, they each have different enemies in them.
Yeah, I think Ty might have hit a loop as he kept holding right essentially for the past bit. Or at least this elevator have looked vaguely familiar, although it's hard to tell. No sub 50, depending on how badly mazy this gets and whether that Ty happened to pick the right path out of his collection of options. We'll see if it's sub hours. This room can be very annoying depending on the enemy set, but this doesn't look too bad. More options in GP.
I think Alan just took a game over on Barba. Yeah, that is a
Yep,
game
that's
over.
a game over. Here's T-Bird for Ty.
Yeah, this is a killer time. He is, I mean, there would have to be some really rough rooms after this Thunderbird to cause him a game over. I can't imagine that's the case.
Given the amount of junctions we've seen, there's a real chance Darkling's pretty soon after T-Bird. Unless because we've seen at least, I think, 4 or 5 different junctions that Ty's left behind, including that double key block, that double glove block room. And unless they all loop into each other, which I don't think they did which I don't think it really did for the most part. The Ty needs to pay attention here. He can take it down though. It's not a huge deal. Ty should be okay. And I'm just laughing at Chadward's pun in chat. It's a killer time. Upstand block here, not an issue for Ty, although he is probably gonna, take it at that Bird Knight.
Yeah, this is an elevator down at the other side. This could just be our Darklink attached right here.
Very well could be. Nope.
Ooh.
Got a left into a waffle room. Is this our first waffle room of this GP?
It is, I believe.
Of any kind, which is funny. Usually we see a few of them, but yeah, I think that's our first waffle.
With 2 King bots in the second half of it.
Yep. Yeah, because usually we see at least one waffle variant before that point. And now we get 2 in 3 rooms. As ouch, TH was almost had Barbara down, but took a death.
Well, Barbara does go
Jumped in
down
the
at that point.
Oh, okay, it does do so. Okay, yeah, I was like, I'm just on the last hit, so
If he were to
That's
take a
good.
game over at that point, that's when he would have to do Barbara again.
okay. I wasn't sure if he'd actually gotten the last hit in or not, but he did, so good. On the other side, unfortunately, though, it is GG's here to tie. So, unfortunate for TH, but this is going to be GG's tie, taking a blisteringly fast seed, 53-minute Darkling.
Yeah. What a jet. Everything just kind of fell into his lap as he just kept going.
Pretty much. Anything sub-hour in Standard is a very nice time.
And does the Dark Fairy. What a show off.
GG's to tie, 53-30.
Yeah, absolutely blazing seed here for Ty today. And that's going to put him at 2-0 moving into week 3. And he will be joining us for an interview here shortly.
Yep.
Probably has to end his Zoom call with the HR meeting that he's in. Alan reaching the east here. Not opted to throw in the towel just yet.
He hasn't said anything in the race time room, so I'm also not sure if he's reading it right now.
Yeah. But, oh, no, I was about to recap it, but Ty is in the waiting room.
And we are joined by Ty.
Hey, thanks, Star. GG's.
All right, Ty. Just hold on. Just what was you man? Everything just kept falling into your lap here. You ditched the last cave and Rudo on the west, which was Fire for Trophy, which was Stuck Rock, and was the magic key in the other cave you left behind. And then you're looking for the raft, and you dig the item out of 2, and magically it's the raft.
So, I have excuses for all of those. I found DM, and I'm like, I have the hammer, I have boots, let's look for a rock or, a mysterious cave. If not, I'll finish the west. Found the way to the east, and I'm sorry, sir, are you going to fault me for not going to the east as soon as I can?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Especially Islands East with boots was just free, as it usually is.
And then so, again, in my mind, I'm like, okay, that's one cave down and the bridge down, so I know I have a cave in the raft yet. So I wasn't leaving the east again until I had explored every possibility of trying to find that raft. And especially in Valley of Death, I'm like, I am not leaving this palace only to have it bite me by needing to come back for something.
Yeah, that's very true. I didn't really take into account, you did see the items in 4 before Karak, you saw the item in 1, so yeah, I mean, you were just going to look in 2 for what was there. We were thinking, obviously I'm sure it was on your mind as well, Spell Tower, not accessible, but
Spell Tower in 6.
Oh yeah, in 6, that's right. Yeah, that's right, 6 was so good to you because Attack 2 sucked so bad, you couldn't even kill anything on that platform, so you died, and you're like, okay, I'm going to go left. And immediately there's Barba, so...
And I'm like, well, if I need to come back, it's quick.
The candle was in 5. We saw that the candle was in 5 for Alan. I forgot if we saw what was in 6. I don't recall if we found what was in 6 at the end.
I did not write down what was in 6. I think you might have failed.
Yeah, and he did go get, Alan did clear medicine and trophy, so he has the fire spell. Fire was fairy today. Not that any of this was required for your 53-minute finish, Mr. I'm on my lunch break and I need to sub-hour this.
I mean, that may or may not have been going through my mind.
Yeah, I mean, what you just hold on. What was your time? You had the fastest time last week, 58:56, I think. And here you just, I mean, I'm gonna say you crushed it by several minutes here, 53:30, man. You're just trying to take the first spot every week here.
Well, I mean, you retired, so someone has to.
This is true. But I mean, I don't know. I mean,
no, trust me, like the whole time I'm like, man, things can't keep falling into my lap. And then sure enough, go up in that first elevator in GP, and I had a good chuckle. I'm like, okay, this is where the jokes were, because it was the glove room.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, well, I know there's a key pretty early in 1, and I know there's a key pretty early in, I think it was 3. But obviously I didn't want to go back there, so I'm like, maybe I'll dig 5. But then going down was just the right way to go, so.
Yeah, there were quite a few options there in that GP. I don't know. So there was... yeah, what would have been a bit before you figured out it was a key lock if it happened.
Yeah, and of course you get done with 3, you walk into 5. Guma is on the first elevator, and you're like, dude, and we're thinking, man, you are in sub 50 potential here, sub 50 territory.
I was giggling about that Guma spot.
Yeah, TH had gone in there as one of his earlier plays before he went east, actually, so we knew Guma was completely free.
Yeah, like, I think actually I learned from you, Mirai, early P5 like that, I'm like, okay, well, worst case scenario, I can just come back literally whenever. It's super free to get to. And then GP being right there, it's like, in my mind, I'm already preparing for 5 to be the last palace.
Yeah, exactly. And, I mean, you leave that area thinking that, but then it all just, again, kind of falls into place. Even with the glove hint on the maze, you're just like, okay, I mean, worst case scenario, spell tower and or maybe raft back on the west, but, I mean, it didn't end up that way, so
yeah,
whatever.
everything was, like, on the path, breadcrumbing to the next thing with my route. So, like, yeah, my list of go back to notes is a mile long, but I, got lucky enough at the end of the day.
I don't really, I mean, the only thing else to say is that Alan had perhaps one of the worst wests ever. That attack 1 and attack 2 were really bad. He actually didn't even grab down stab. I guess it kind of slipped his mind that he had Mito on the top side of the west. It didn't grab down stab. So about 36 minutes into the seed, had an incredibly just an unreal level of difficulty in his start and could get absolutely nowhere in the beginning. So
yeah, pretty
stinks.
much. Unfortunately, this was not a close race. If you launch it back, Alan spends the first 30 minutes constantly maneuvering, essentially.
Yikes. Yeah, I mean, there were a few caves there on the west that had those red Dairas, like Forced Jump Cave, I think, had 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, and Fairy Cave, Fairy / Heart Container Cave, they share that one cave there with the enemy set. There was a red Daira in there as well. And Fairy Cave that was south of Mito there did spit you out right by Rudo, right by Heart Container Cave. So that he started to take that after a while instead of go through the Caldera.
Yeah, that was, on the list of go back tos because, yeah, like you said, I knew I never found the rock, and maybe that was the item that wasn't the medicine, so I had that short list of, hey, as soon as the penny drops and things don't go my way, here's what I go back to do. But,
yeah, I think you beat like everybody at this. Anyone who goes back, like I don't know. I mean I feel like this route is hard to beat at this point. You'd have to just like gamble on the item in 1 not being anything, and I don't know what else you could gamble on. Maybe some of the small, maybe item caves or something along the way, but still
a little smarter magic use in 4.
Oh, right, because that's right. Forced up an 8 to have to come back to chaos room there. Yeah.
So
we did mention that when you went into 4 with Fairy being the cost that it was reflect, and I was thinking that this could be penalizing, and it did end up being penalizing. So sure, little bit of time there, but 4 was not too bad at all.
No, honestly, none of them were. I mean, the worst palace I think I had was 2, but that's Germa Fence was right there. It was just finding that darn raft.
Yeah.
But no, it was. I mean, Caldera West, early boots, okay. And then, yeah, you get the glove hint, and I'm just like, okay, come on, game. Where's the shoe gonna drop for sure? But no, it was a fun seed. I'm glad you rolled one I could do on Lunch Star. Thank you.
You're welcome, I guess. And GG's 2-0 for you. Good luck next week against whoever you end up with.
Yeah, no, appreciate it. I am unfortunately going to get back to the grind here, but I'll hang out and chat.
Alright, yeah, GG's.
Thanks again.
Yeah, wow, yeah, what a seed for Ty, man. I just, oof. Again, just like you said, breadcrumbs all the way. Just keep moving, never look back, and the answers were there the whole time, which feels great. It just feels great to play a seed like that, especially in a tournament race. And Alan walking around the east here, he's seen the raft. I'm almost positive he's seen the palaces as well. Maybe not. Maybe. Yeah, he's seen New Kasuto. Oh, he's looking for Nuburu according to his tracker.
Yeah, it might be, because he's... Well, let's see, what spell is... He doesn't have a flat, and Nuburu is right next to P4, it's over on the eastern side of the map. And I
was waiting to see if this was it. Yes. Yeah, so let's see what Aaron does. Alan. There's ever since Aaron joined the tournament, I keep swapping Aaron and Alan around. Well, we'll see what Alan does here. Grabbing Reflect. He may, I don't know. It's entirely possible he's just not watching the race room.
I think it's possible, yes, he picks up Reflect here. Yeah, because he hasn't said anything in the race time. Sometimes Alan checks race time, sometimes he doesn't. I think this might be on the Hunter he doesn't.
I was going to say, this is usually, he works nights, so this is usually like the time that he's sleeping, so this is why I made that comment early on that he was staying up late for this one, thinking that if the race did finish, he might actually just want to DNF and then maybe, you know, get some rest, but I don't know. Maybe he had last night off, and maybe this is just, he's just up during normal hours.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind watching him play it out for a bit here, because
Yeah.
he is more or less... Well, the thing for him really is going to be that glove, as I don't believe he... I don't remember what the hit was, but he doesn't have it according to his purple tracker.
So he did go into Darunia, he did get the hint, but he didn't mark it down, it seems like.
Alright, because he is in P4 now, so he can clear this out. We know that he needs to... We know P4 is beatable, that's... We know that he will find a glove lock on the way. And then... He's got P2 to beat, which is in the Valley of Death, and then he needs to head over to P... And then he needs to dig the raft out of P2 to go to base island for P3 and his glove to beat C, essentially. And Ty's saying in chat that he asked Alan, and apparently this was a perfect time. Alan did have yesterday's day off. Gotcha.
Okay.
Well, that probably helps with the sleep schedule thing.
Yeah, he's gonna probably go right here. This is nothing room. The landing room here. He's probably gonna go right, see the glove block, and hopefully just turn it around. You know, the item and Karak are both available and free. He's about to die though, so if he gets hit by one of these bullets from one of these fireballs, whatever you want to call these things, from the Mao heads, he's gonna probably take a death, but I think he's good. I might want to spell this guy. Oh, of course. And he's gonna have to do it again if he, unless he wants to try to slice through him with down stab. I guess you gotta be a little careful though, because he still has to cast Reflect at Karok.
Yeah, he has a fair bit of magic, but I'm not sure what fairy costs at magic for or reflect.
Yeah, I don't know if it came down to be ultra cheap for Ty by Magic 4, Magic 5, or where Fire is at right now.
Me neither. Nah, that was a P. That was a P back and forward. I completely missed the night. Whoops. Okay, 32 fire, 47 fairy at Magic 4.
And unfortunately, he's gonna up an A here.
Yeah. He should be able to cast Reflect and Fire Fairy on the same life. Reflect is 58, yeah. It's like, there's no way that Reflect costs more than 5 bars of magic at this point, because Fire Fairy is 32, and that's only 2 bars.
But he'll be good anyway because he got that magic key.
Yeah, that too.
And he was very close to Karok's room, as it were. I think he just had to go up the elevator and to the right.
Something like that, yeah, because I remember it was down that, because it was somewhere down that way of the function of drops. For TH up A, it was gonna put him off a bit.
Yeah, again, I hate to keep talking about it because it does sound like I'm picking on Alan, but the lack of shield usage on Alan's side is really getting him in trouble. And, okay, there's actually the DNF from Alan.
Yeah, has decided that he is done with the seed. GG's to Alan as well.
Yeah,
good effort.
Yeah, not his seed for sure. Today was not his day or his seed. He's just totally off balance here. That early game, though, was probably pretty demoralizing, given all the game overs early on. You can't feel good.
Yeah, but GG's to him all the same, even if this was a bit of a rough one, and he will be joining us for an interview shortly.
But other than that, several more races again today for Z2R alone. So plenty of Z2R today, and even a little bit tomorrow. And wait, today's Wednesday.
Yes, today is Wednesday.
Oh yeah, plenty of races here coming up over the next few days with our 34 entrants in this tournament. We have 17 races a week, so if you want more Z2R, there's plenty of Z2R every week. We're only in the second week of Swiss, and then from there it's going to be best of 3 races in brackets. So lots of action.
Yep, and we are joined now by THGG. If you are saying something, we can't hear you.
Yeah, possibly either a push to talk or a mic assignment, input device assignment in Discord.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Hey, there we are. GG.
Sorry about that. I had to mute some things. Hey, GG, thank you.
So we got to see 2 sides of the same seed today. We got to see the Ultra Jet from Ty, who just every step of the way was pretty much in his favor in everything he was doing. And then the flip side on how a seed can play out for someone. Yeah, this was a rough start for you. And we were saying it was probably a little demoralizing there in the beginning, trying to get through those early caves, and then just the attack level sucked. The life level didn't look that great. It was just a whole slew of things that just were not working out for you, Alan.
I feel like this is the classic. I'm banging my head against a wall, and it's just like I yelled at my screen so much. I wish I had a camera on because yeah, it would have been so entertaining for you all.
Yeah, when Ty was on the east, he saw the raft tile. We were talking, Star and I were talking, the way to the maze was either a cave or the raft tile. We don't even know where the cave was at this point, or where any other cave was that led anywhere. We're not sure. We only saw the raft to the maze as far as we know. So, um, but wherever the raft was, it did end up being in P2. And if it wasn't there, Ty was going to have to come back to the west to try to find it in 5 or 6. So, or get the spell out of Mito, which you did have. So there was a potential for you to have something he didn't have there, where he would have had to have done a bit of backtracking and would have given you back some time. But man, he was. I mean, you see the finish time; he was flying. So he was going to be hard to catch, no matter what.
Yeah, because I knew I needed to find a way to the maze. Never found it, of course. It's either, I think, another cave, or I had to find the raft. Never found a hint for the raft. So I'm like, okay. I don't know what the answer was, to be honest.
Well, for you, it ended up being the raft. We never saw the cave. Alan
Ah,
unfortunately got to the east very, very, very late. Um,
okay, okay. So I had to find the
Sorry,
raft,
yeah,
which
yeah, no, the Ty never saw it. Obviously, you got to the east very, very, very late, which so there was kind of a
jeez.
maze going on. Ty just got the raft out of P2 first trip, and then took it straight over to the raft tile, basically.
Yeah, I never found P2, so okay, cool.
P2's in the Valley of Death.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't checked that yet. I was gonna try to find the two palaces on the east first, and then go to.
P4, which you did see. P1's somewhere in the middle of the map. I'm not actually quite sure
Ah,
where, but somewhere in the middle. Um,
I don't know. I am so out of practice. This is probably maybe the second seed I've played since Random Percent. So and the first one was last race. So yeah, I'm woefully out of practice. It's just great, but it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are de-rusting heavily here. So 5 weeks of Swiss. Um, I mean, you know the format. Yeah. But just to reiterate to anyone else listening out there, 5 weeks of Swiss is plenty of time to de-rust, just for seeding purposes. So, you know,
Yeah,
several weeks till any potential elimination for anybody.
yeah. I've just been so busy with IRL stuff and family stuff, and yeah, like I've got a lot to do today too, so it's kind of weighing on my mind. I guess I don't know. I don't want to make excuses, but yeah, Ty is such a solid player. I was like, okay, great. I get paired up to Tyvarius. Not gonna fare too well in this, I don't think, but you never know. We played in Random Percent, I think, and or Random Percent or the last standard. I can't remember, but yeah, I know we played fairly recently, and yeah, I was very happy to draw him, really, because I like playing him against him because he's an awesome guy.
Yeah, we
mhm.
were we were talking that Ty, the stupid little statistics, right, from the spreadsheets, where Ty got the fastest time last week, and now has a 53:30, who is probably slated to take the very likely the fastest time this week as well. So the man is on a roll.
He really is.
Yeah.
Wow. 2-0, 53 minutes 30 seconds this week. Wow. Yeah. Uh, I don't envy anyone that draws him next week, to be honest.
All right. Well, any final thoughts, Alan, on the seed tournament? Anything else?
Well, the seed, I think I've said everything I need to say on this one. I'm just not. Nah, I got nothing else for the seed tournament. I mean, it's week 2. Um, the start of week 2. I'm very happy with how this tournament has gone so far. I'm very happy with everyone that's participated and commented and tracked and everything. I'm just happy at the community, to be perfectly honest. I'm elated. I really am. So I just want to thank everyone that watches and that commentates, tracks everything that um about a year ago I was not exactly in a great place, and it's with life and community, and it's like I'm just happy where everything is now. So that's all I have to say about that.
Well, that's great to hear, man. I mean, it's great to hear that you're in a better
Oh
position
yeah,
now than before.
absolutely. I'm thankful for you, Star, and everyone else that is helping out with uh, everything with this, because this is a passion project for me. This really is. Um, I took this on 8 years ago, and I really didn't think I'd be here now with this. So you, Star, Elendar, especially Elendar, who's picked up a lot of dev on this. J Ro, everybody. I can't say enough thank yous for real.
Absolutely, and thank you, TH, for all the work you do as well.
It's my pleasure. It really is.
All right. Well, again, a lot of Z2R coming up for the remainder of the day and the rest of the week. And I'm sure Star has the schedule here.
Yep, I do here. So again, please shoutouts to both of our runners, TH and Tyvarius, as well as to Mariah, my co-comment, the Sheepno for doing the tracking. As we said, it's a busy day here at ZSR. We've got Link to the Past Randomizer Challenge Cup group. Let's see. I just we have one on here. I know we have a group Link to the Past Randomizer Challenge Cup match coming up later today at 7 p.m. Eastern. It'll be Quizbull versus Scatsman, I believe. Well, looking for a second com on that. It will have some Keys tournament matches for Zelda 200 Vanillas. Their tournament just started up. And then, yeah, we've got a whole lot of races this evening for Z2R. We've got ourselves, starting off the evening, it'll be Mariah here facing off against Elendar. Good luck on that at 7 Eastern.
Thank
Followed
you.
by what will probably be a double feature of BKPKT Patrick versus Methinkso and Dr. J PhD versus Paratroopa at 9 Eastern. And then we'll have Chadwick versus Love Legend at 10 Eastern after 10:30 Eastern after that, with more races coming up throughout the week. So please keep an eye out for all that. But for now, that's going to be it here for us. Speaking of the Yelkeys tournament, we're going to go over and raid 6464, who is restreaming Light versus Mercs for that tournament. See how that's going. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you later.